So do you also wish to automatically post on a LinkedIn account? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to use an AI agent to automatically generate LinkedIn posts. So like you, I also used to manually post on my LinkedIn account, but it is a task to sound creative every time. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add the post details into my Google Sheets, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the post content which we can further post on our LinkedIn account. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Sheets, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then LinkedIn. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to build an AI agent that automatically generates LinkedIn posts based on your content theme, audience, or industry updates. So whether you're promoting a service or sharing the insights or boosting your brand presence, this setup helps you to stay consistent and relevant without writing each post manually. So let's boost your LinkedIn game with a smart automation. And to get started, I'm just going to show you a real life example. So let's say that I'm just going to enter the topic, the goal, the audience, the tone, and now I'm just going to enter the call to action. And once I'm just going to enter all of these details automatically with the help of the same details, my AI agent is going to generate a LinkedIn post and post it on our LinkedIn account. So I'm just going to open my LinkedIn account and we're going to simply refresh it right from here to check for the new post posted. And as soon as we begin to refresh it right over here, yes, you can see a new post has been posted on my LinkedIn account. You can see with the help of the same details, a new post has been posted right over here. So yes, you can see the target audience is also matched right over here, which was freelancers. So yes, you can see within seconds in real time the post has been posted, that too without any manual intervention. So yes, this is no magic, this is the power of automation. And if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business and increase your LinkedIn posting, then for that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, we are simply going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and in order to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. So I'm simply going to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser, and after opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to get started with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here, I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to use an AI agent to automatically generate LinkedIn post. And then we are simply going to click on this button which says create, and as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, we are simply going to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to simply copy this webhook URL and then we're going to open our Google Sheets. And after opening this Google Sheets, we have to go towards this extensions, add-ons, and then towards this get add-ons. And after coming over here towards this get add-ons, what we have to do is we have to add an extension in this spreadsheet, which is Pabbly Connect webhooks. So I'm just going to search for the same right over here. And as you can see that I have already installed this extension. So it is giving me the option of uninstall. But if you haven't installed this extension, you are definitely going to get the option of install right over here. And as soon as you're going to install this extension, you have to refresh your spreadsheet. It is a really important step to refresh your spreadsheet. If you won't refresh your spreadsheet, you're not going to get the option of Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here in your extensions tab. And after getting this option, what we have to do is we simply have to go towards this initial setup. And after coming over here towards this initial setup, it is asking me for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So for the webhook URL, we are simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And now for the trigger column, I'm simply going to enter the trigger column, which is E. And after entering both of this, we are simply going to click on this button which says submit. And with this, it is saying setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. And in the notes, it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my spreadsheet. From here, we have to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks. And over here, we simply have to switch on this button, which is send on event. So it is a really important step to switch on this button, which is send on event, because now what is going to happen is that as soon as a new event is going to occur in my spreadsheet, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. Alright, so after switching on this button, we are going to move on further. I'm just going to enter the topic, the goal, the audience, the tone, and the call to action right over here to do the test submission. And now once I'm just going to enter all of these details, with this we have successfully did the test submission, and now these details have been sent towards my webhook URL. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response for all of this. And with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now we're going to move on further. I want to use an AI agent to automatically generate LinkedIn post. So for my action application, I'm simply going to select it as my AI agent, which is OpenAI. So I'm simply going to search for OpenAI and select it right over here. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to enter the token right over here. And to get this token, it is saying to follow the help text. It is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. Alright, so I'm simply going to go towards this OpenAI API key page to get my API key. And after coming over here towards this API key page, we simply have to go towards this create new secret key. And now I'm just going to name my key. So I'm just going to name my key as LinkedIn right over here. So for that, I'm just going to enter LinkedIn right over here. And as you can see that I've simply named my key. And after naming my key, what we're going to do is I'm simply going to select the project and click on this create secret key button. And once I'm just going to click on this create secret key button, with this we have successfully generated our API key. So I'm simply going to copy this key and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this API key, we are simply going to click on this save. So with this, we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it's asking me to select the AI model. So I'm simply going to select the AI model as GPT-4 right over here. You can select any another of your choice. And now it's asking me for the prompt. So I'm simply going to enter my prompt right over here, with the help of which I'm just going to generate LinkedIn post. And with this, I've successfully entered my prompt right over here, which is generate a professional LinkedIn post using the following fields. I'm just going to enter the following fields right over here. So I'm simply going to enter the topic, but we're not going to enter it manually like this, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of a trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to look for topic in the previous response in map it. Same we're going to do with the goal too. I'm just going to look for goal in the previous response in map it. We're going to move on forward and map the target audience. So I'm just going to look for target audience right over here and then map it. And then we're going to move on further. I'm just going to map the tone to right over here. I'm just going to map the tone, and then at last we're just going to map the call to action. And after mapping all of these details, we're going to move on forward and click on this blue button which says save and send as request. And with this, my AI agent is going to generate me a LinkedIn post. So I'm just going to wait for a few seconds till my AI agent is generating me the post. And over here you can see that my AI agent has successfully generated me the LinkedIn post. Over here you can see the same. And now what we're going to do is, using this same content which my AI agent generated, I'm just going to create a LinkedIn post. And for that, I'm just going to add another action step right over here and select my action application as LinkedIn. So I'm just going to search for it and select it. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as share a simple text and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your LinkedIn account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says connect with LinkedIn. And now it is asking me to enter my credentials. So I'm simply going to enter my credentials and click on this sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, with this we have successfully connected our LinkedIn account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Like this also, you just have to enter your credentials and your LinkedIn account will also be connected with your Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the author, so I'm simply going to select it as Ashi right over here. Now we're going to move on further. It is asking me for the content, so I'm just going to map this content from the response of my previous step, which is OpenAI. Now we're going to move on further. It is asking me for the visibility, so if you wish, you can definitely keep it as towards the connections. I'm just going to keep it as public right over here. And after entering all of these details, I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request right over here, automatically with the help of the same content, a new post would be created on my LinkedIn account. So as you can see that we have received the positive response that with the help of the same content, a post has been created on my LinkedIn account. So I'm simply going to open my LinkedIn account, and once again we are going to refresh it right over here. And once we're going to refresh it right from here, yes, you can see a new post has been posted right now. You can see that this is the same content which my AI agent generated. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm just going to add the details right over here in my spreadsheet, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. Pabbly is going to capture the response and further send that response towards the OpenAI. OpenAI is going to generate me the content, and further with the help of the same content we're going to create a LinkedIn post. So easy and simple, right? And now we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. Like I showed you in the real-time example in the starting of this video, you just have to enter the details and the post would be posted on your LinkedIn account. Yes, that is a magic. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow and this video too. And now if you have any questions, you can directly comment on this video, and for your reference I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching, everyone. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.